beverages,
Right.
whether it's the fruit drinks, whether it's the beer, whether it's the wine. At what point do you say, okay, let's go for a soda, or maybe not, just stick to water?
Yeah, I think hydration is important, especially here in South Florida. It's hot, even though we've had a cool front come through, and you always want to stay hydrated. So I think, again, this is still coming back to a game plan and knowing, one, how long you'll be out and how long and how many drinks that you'll have and spacing them out. So again, it comes back to, are you going to stick with the rule of thumb, like you'll have 2 drinks and in between you'll have water, right? Versus like saying you're going to have only certain beverages throughout the whole time. So spacing them out is really important, and staying hydrated, because some can dehydrate you. And so when we look at something like a soda or the alcoholic beverages, those are empty, non-nutritive calories. And I think that people don't realize that they do add up, and those can be filling as well.
Right.
And so if you're doing that versus food and you should have had a meal, that plays into sometimes then you drinking more versus eating, and that's also not healthy also. Another reason for vegetables, they're hydrating as well.
Exactly. Now, what about someone has diabetes? What should they be aware of?
So I think the irony with diabetes, I was just teaching a class this weekend, Kathy, is that everyone should eat as if they had diabetes. And I think that that's a little bit of a misnomer, because if you don't have diabetes, you don't always have to think about it. It's healthy eating.
Right.
And so it's really truly that balanced plate effect and watching the carbohydrates, what affect the blood sugar, but then also balancing it with protein to have a more steady, controlled blood sugar effect, and then inclusion of those non-starchy vegetables. So all foods fit. I think the most common question I get asked is, can I have dessert now that I have diabetes? And I think it's still portion control in anything that you're doing and not an excessive amount.